question. So anyway, right? So before we head into the chat box again, I'll talk, on a brief about this algo trading and what we are trying to achieve, so that it gives a bit more context on what it is and what we are trying to achieve. Okay, so let's set the context of this particular, the program as such, or the objective of the program, so that it's good for everyone who wants to take it up. Okay, so um, what's the objective? What are we trying to achieve, with this zero touch trading or algo traders program? Okay, so the simple objective is to create a passive trading setup. So we want to create a passive trading setup. Passive in the sense there is no active involvement from any of us. So we shouldn't be involved on a day-to-day, or any decisions for the whatever it is. Okay, so the objective is to create passive trading setup using algorithms or bots which can be used to trade on the stock market every day. Okay, so that's the whole objective. So without getting involved in day-to-day decision making, without taking up what to say, without placing, I mean, without bringing in our subjectivity, without making any decisions on a daily basis, we wanted to create an algo which can trade on markets daily and make, try to make some money. So make some money daily is not the right word, I would say. Try to make some money daily. So it might work, it may not work, but the objective is to create some profits at the end of the year. So reasonable profits. So that's at least what we are trying to achieve. Okay, so that's our overall objective, without spending our time, without spending our focus, without bringing in our subjectivity, how to create an end-to-end trading setup which can work independently. So that's what we are trying to achieve. Okay, and for this we have actually launched a prequel series here. So if you look at here, right, so we already have an 60 plus videos which talks about how this algo traders program is configured, which includes sample coding as well. So if you look at here, how to place orders, all those stuffs, what are the hardware needed, software needed, all of that is already covered as part of this free YouTube series, which is open for anyone. So it will give you the whole idea of what this program is all about, what's objective, and what are the things that we would need, and every single detail about the ATP program. So the overall goal here is to give, this particular series goal is to give you detailed insights into this ATP course. So that's the overall objective from this particular series. So this way you'll learn exactly what you're getting into. So that's subjective. I mean, it's no, I mean, you're not supposed to, take up something without, getting the full details. That's not something that I recommend. So if you are getting into something, right, you should know in and out about what you're getting into. So this series will help you to understand a lot more about what we are trying to achieve as part of this program. So it will give you more insights about the ATP course. So it will also, help understand the whole context so that you have the right set of expectations. So there's no point in spending money to learn something which you don't have any idea about. So the whole objective here is, before you spend your money, spend some time here and understand what you're getting into. So that's a ultimate goal of this particular YouTube series. So with this series, you'll learn exactly what you're getting into. Also, it will help us clarify the questions on ATP. So there will be a lot of questions on ATP. So this series will help us to clarify all those questions and set the right expectations. And lastly, when we start the ATP learning, right, you will have already a perfect understanding of the basics and also the overall picture. That's the very important stuff. So before we start the rigorous training, right? So you need to understand the basic concepts properly. You need to have the overall picture. Okay, so so this particular series, right, will help you to get that overall picture and also help you understand the basic stuffs as well. So, as part of the series, you will actually learn every single aspect of building an algo or a bot, including the Python scripting. Okay, so you'll learn that all. The only thing that we'll do during the ATP courses, create that framework, put together all of these things, and we are good to go. So that way, right, it will be very easy. It's more like, importing a lot of components from China and, assembling it here and, sending out the product. So that way, right, at least we will be able to, take things a bit faster, um, um, build things faster. That's our overall objective. So bits and pieces are already here. All we have to do is like first create the framework, which is more like, you know, building the skeleton. And once that is done, put together all these pieces, assemble these pieces, and the product will be ready. So that's how, we wanted to go, and that's the objective of, launching this YouTube series for free. So this YouTube, okay, sorry. So this bot, right? So whatever bot that we are building as part of this ATP program, right? It will identify every trade on a daily basis. So what this bot will do is like, in simple terms, it will, analyze the market daily, and it will try to, find the right trade for that particular day if the market conditions are favorable. And if the market conditions are favorable, it will automatically identify those trades and trigger those trades as well. So it will place the orders automatically, and it will also continue to monitor those trades automatically till the end of the day, and it will also trial your stop loss as and when required. Okay, so it will monitor your trades, it will handle your stop losses, it will handle your targets, it will also trial your stop losses as per the strategy that we have already coded into this particular bot. So that's the ultimate work of this particular bot. So find the trades, place the trades, and ensure that the trades are completed in the right way. So that's the overall objective. Okay, so this bot will also publish the trades. I mean, so once the bot is set up and deployed in your machine, right, after this training, so it will automatically run on its own. You don't have to log into your broker's terminal every day. But what if you want to learn about what sort of trades that's being triggered? So for that purpose, we have connected this bot with Telegram. So once this bot places an order for you, what it will do is like it will automatically send you a notification in Telegram about the order details. And at the end of the day, also, it will give you another alert stating that, what's the overall status, overall profit and loss for that particular day. So those kind of automated alerts will also be triggered by your bot automatically, and that's also covered as part of this particular training. So you'll get the trade details published in your Telegram chat automatically. Sorry. So you already know that ATP program is based on an option trading strategy. So so just wanted to highlight that the risk for the strategy on a daily basis, right? The risk is very low. It'll be very low, and the capital required will also be low. So we have already detailed out, the capital requirement and what sort of risk we'll be taking in the separate videos. For example, here, right, capital needed for trading one lot, and maximum profit or loss expected per day, and week and monthly basis. So all of this we have talked about. So if you want to, learn more about it, you can go through this particular series. And when it comes to the returns, there's nothing guaranteed in the market. So on daily basis, right, we don't expect daily profits. Likewise, weekly also we don't expect any profits. We may we have some weeks might end positively, some might end negatively. So it's completely acceptable. But we expect the bot to make some money on a monthly basis. But that can also run into issues. Some months might end up in negative. But the core objective here is to make 20 to 30 percentage of returns per year. That's what we are targeting. So that's overall, the target from this particular part. So the goal is to make money every year, without doing anything. And 20 to 30 percentage returns per year without doing anything is actually a good return. So and that's what I wanted to highlight. So 20 to 30% per year is reasonably good returns. Your FDs or savings account, it goes 5 to 7 percentage, whereas your Mutual funds actually give 10 to 15 percentage per annum. So 20 to 30 percentage is actually double of that, which is a really healthy returns without doing anything. So if you are actually investing our time, the return should be far higher. But for a passive trading setup, this is very good returns, and that's what we are targeting. But market is ultimate, market is supreme. So the returns can vary as well. It might go well above 30 percentage, or it might drop below 20% as well. It depends on year on year the returns. But based on the analysis and all the experience that we have gained so far using this strategy manually for years, so 20 to 30 percentage is reasonable return that we can target. So that's the overall context of behind the ATP program. And this will more like most likely serve as a template, or a template strategy upon which you can build on the rest of the stuffs that you want. So it will give you a platform to create your own trading strategy. So that's an added bonus. And on top of that, right, so it'll give you the confidence. I mean, if a bot can make money, if a bot can make money without doing anything on your own, on an yearly basis. So if you are someone who is not successful in trading yet, so this will be a moral boost for you. It'll give you it's like it's like it will serve as a proof that anyone can make money in the market if they do follow the right steps, just like a bot. I mean, bots are rigid, they don't bring in their subjectivity. That's the key. This kind of things are actually successful. So this will for the people who are still in losses while trading, right? So this will serve as a morale boost. So they'll get a confidence that they can also make money in the market, and if they do things right. I mean, for the who doesn't have control, there's no way they can make money. So if they have the control, this will serve as a reminder that if you have the control, you'll be able to make money. So that will boost your manual trades that you're doing on a day-to-day basis as well. That'll give you more confidence to do your daily trades, which is something that we wanted everyone to have. So, I mean, that's the whole objective we are initially when we started this particular program. So it will give you more confidence by giving by having this kind of setup which can make money on the market. So it's like if a bot can make money, why can't I? So you'll at least get that confidence boost, and it'll also take out all your pessimistic views. So those are all the the intention behind launching this particular series. So I hope this particular session will give you the context, or the right context. Okay. So with that note, right, let's jump into today's sorry, with that note, right, let's jump into today's chat to see any other questions that you have for today. So let's see. Okay, no other questions at this point. So if you have any questions, keep those coming. So maybe we'll talk a bit more for now then. So why did we go for ATP? Okay, so why did we go for this ATP program? Okay, so we can talk about it in a bit. Before that, right, we'll just talk about these various things here. So this is our YouTube series. So if you are new here, I would suggest to go through this series so that you'll understand more about the ATP program. And this is our core controller that we have talked about in the ATP program. So this you can control, this controller you can use it to control your bot. So it's like you can set how whether your trading is turned on or off. So if you want to not trade on some specific days, you can control it from here. Likewise, right, if you want to do a paper trade or real trade, you can set it from here. And if you want to change from Nifty to Bank Nifty to Nifty, you can change it here. Lot size also you can change it here. Whether you want alerts or not, you can configure here. And the different trade conditions and entry conditions, you can also set those here. So that's the overall idea. Okay, just a second. All right. 1 sec. Okay, I'm just getting some call. So, so this is the core controller with which you can control, multiple activities. You can access this from your mobile. So this is your just your Google Sheets. So you can control it from your, you know, mobile actually. So yeah. So, sorry, one sec. So yeah, sorry about that. So this is a core controller, and this is the current position. So for today's trade. So we've just went past the 400 mark. Um, so let it run. These are all trade reports, and this is a separate size passivetraders.in, which we have launched, recently. So if you want to, sorry, I have some throat infection, I guess. So anyway, so so this is a site we launched recently. So if you want to trade, sorry, if you want to look at the live profit and loss of our passive trade setup, right? You can view it from here. So um, generally in our Telegram channel, we just share only the entry and exit. But anytime during the day, if you want to see the current profit and loss of any of the trades, so I mean whatever that we saw just now, right? So we just went past 300 to 400 mark. So if you want to see this the current profit and loss of the beta testing positions, then you can use the site to get those information. So that's the idea behind this site, and there are also other details about this program which we have already added to the site. But for the latest info, I strongly suggest you to look at our website, uh, marketsecrets.in slash algo traders program. So so this site, it has all the up-to-date information. So any info on the algo traders program, you can view it from here. So including the different batches that we have. So earlier we planned for just one batch where it will be doing the live market. But a lot of people are office goers, so they ask for off market hours. So so you can either choose a live market hour or off market hour, or if you want a recorded session, you can go for that. So three options you have for enrolling now. So and also, if you want to, check out trade ledger of the entire beta testing for last 1 year, you can click here to download it and view it. And if you want to cross check it during the live session, you can feel free to ask any particular day's trade report. We'll be happy to open it for you right in the right live session, so that you can validate whether these reports are actually true or false. Okay, so those are the key stuffs that I want to talk about. So going back to the session, there are no other questions at this point. So, so coming back to the program details, right? So why did we go for ATP program? So especially this passive trading part, okay? So over the last 10 years, I have trained more than 1,000 people in both online and offline modes, both free and paid, mentoring or training. So I've done all that, for over the for last 10 years, right? So I've trained more than 1,000 people, both, for free and also, the paid program as part of the PTP. But to be honest, right, only 20-25 percentage of those people, right, they'll be able to absorb, what they are learning completely and implement it in their day-to-day trading and make it in the market. So that's at least my understanding. 25 percentage, yeah, that's what is a reasonable number of people who had who was able to make profits from the trading. At least from the people whoever I had trained. I mean, overall number is around 5 percentage, I believe. Overall traders, only 5 percentage are profitable. So I'm just talking about people I have trained, thousands of people I have trained. So maybe only 25 percentage of them are able to make it in the market. So another 25 percentage, right, they don't have any discipline or control whatsoever. Okay, so they are in a different stage. So they just take up the training, but they don't have any discipline control, they won't follow anything, and after significant losses, right, they'll stop trading. So that's another 25 percentage of people that I have trained. So they're not made for this business. Whereas the remaining 50 percentage of folks, right, they don't have enough time to implement their learning on a day-to-day basis. So their schedules are really messy. So they just trade once in a while. Um, and again, right, they don't follow the end-to-end system because they are out of touch on a daily basis. So and because of that, they'll end up losing money in the long run. Okay, so short term they might make it here and there, but in the long run, again, they'll mess it up. So they might follow the rules on most of the times. The one time they don't, that'll create a huge stop loss and wipe out years of good trades. So that's another 50 percentage. So this passive traders course or algo traders program is designed and created with the 75 percentage of trainees in mind. The people who want to become successful trader but doesn't have the time, discipline, emotional control, or the emotional strength to get there. So with this passive trading through bots created by our ATP, you don't have to worry about your time. You don't even have to look at your trading window. In fact, you don't even have to be there. You don't have to be alive. Just kidding. Whether you're there or not, bots will do its job. So it will continue to do this work regardless of whether you have the time for trading or not. Once in a while, few minutes of maintenance work is enough to keep it up and running. So you don't have to spend your time um, in the market. You just have to do one-time maintenance once in a while, maybe once in every few months. For example, like every quarter, right? The broker will settle the amount back to your bank account, so you may have to transfer it back. That's kind of maintenance activity that you need to do. Other than that, you don't have to spend any active time monitoring this particular part. So it will save you a lot of time. So that's the first reason behind we reason behind this ATP program. So you don't have to spend your time to discipline. Bots follow the discipline as they are robots without any thinking power. They just follow their code and stick to their rules, unlike humans who can easily break their own rules while trading. A trader without discipline will make good amount of money with hard work, but will lose it all in one trade. Okay, so you might be a good trader, you might make money for few years, but you will lose it all in one trade if you don't have the discipline. Because he will think like a good trader, right? He'll never break his rules. But a trader without discipline will break his rules once in a while, like trading without a stop loss for a single trade, and that one trade can create a loss equal to hundreds of winning trades. So that's the problem with most of the traders. So they don't have the discipline. They might think just this one time I might, end square off my positions early. I won't let it run till the target with the fear that his profit will turn into losses. Likewise, the position might be in negative, and he may not place a stop loss order to close those position, and he'll continue to run it, keep it open, thinking that it will come back up again, at least to at least till the cost price, so that he can exit at zero. So with that, he'll keep a trade open, which will continue to run in negative and create a huge loss. So these are the discipline issues that a lot of traders have. Bot will never break the rules. They'll follow the rules whatever you give them rigidly, and they are completely disciplined. So that's another aspect. So they don't bring in their subjectivity and the control. Okay. So unlike humans, bot won't lose control of their trades, and they don't do revenge trading or over trading. So a lot of people do the revenge trading. Some their position end in negative, they'll double their lots and try to make small quick gains by over trading or revenge trading, and they'll lose big again. So these kind of losing control over your trades is not completely unacceptable. That's only something that humans will do. Bots will never do that kind of stuff. They'll always have full control over their trades because they are programmed to do that, right? We give them instructions. There is no other way for them to, move forward. They just have to follow those instructions. As simple as that. So it gives you a lot of control. And the next one is emotional strength. As a human, our emotions can easily take over. So it will actually, take away our rational thinking. And this is especially true when it comes to making or losing money, right? We'll easily lose control, or we'll lose emotional strength when it comes to, losing money, especially. Sorry, one second. That's why traders losing control, right? So a good example is that traders gently square off winning positions early due to fear of it turning into a loss, and they let the losing trades run with the hope that it will turn positive and come back to break even. So this is something that I see with a lot of traders almost every day. But bots don't have any emotion at all. They square off as and when rules suggest to do so. Okay. So they do that regardless of whether the trade is in profit or loss. They just follow the rules. So they don't have to, um, they'll never lose their emotional strength because there is none. So it's straightforward. It's rules, it's coded into it, it just follows it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is exactly why we have developed this passive trading system called ATP. Objective of this entire ATP program is to create an end-to-end passive trading setup which can be used to trade on the market every day without any manual intervention. So that's the overall idea behind this particular ATP course. So as part of this ATP course, what you'll learn? You will learn to create a similar setup of your own. So whatever setup that I talked about, right, an end-to-end passive trading setup, you will learn to create it on your own. We will share every bit of code, every um, strategy behind that code, the configuration files, controllers, and everything else we are using, including our hardware setup, software setup, all of that, so that you can get going immediately after training. So it's like, we'll give you everything, whatever that we are using, and also we'll help you set it up in your own machines, resolve any, issues that comes with it, so that you will get to go immediately after your training. And here is the important thing. So this post-training support will be provided in the order in which people have enrolled into the program. So if you enroll early, you will get the early support. If you enroll late, you'll have to wait for some time, some days. Okay. So we are planning 1 to 2 hours per person. So it's like, we can handle 5 to 10 people per day based on the availability from our side. So if you are enrolled as 100%, you'll have to wait for at least, 5 10 days after the training. If you run into any issues, if you can resolve the hardware issues on your own, no problem at all. But if you run into any issues, you'll have to wait if you are enrolling late. So that's why we insist people to enroll early into the program so that they get the priority support. So you'll all get the support, but we'll have to go one by one, right? Because everyone might need help. In that case, right? Whoever enrolls first, they'll get the help first. Others will have to wait. Okay. Just wanted to be clear on that. Okay. So bingo. So those are all what that I wanted to talk about today. So let's go into the chat to see whether anyone else have any questions. I don't see any questions at this point. So this is a trade position. It has just crossed around 500 mark, heading towards 600. Good to see. Let's see, how the market, heads up today. Looking forward. Right. And with that note, right, I think we can close the session today early. I think I have some throat infection. We'll see whether I can be able to make it for tomorrow. I don't know. The session is still scheduled. Maybe we'll close early tomorrow as well. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining in today. Um, hope this session was kind of useful for you. So